Okay, this next one is I call it the reap sweep because I started doing this when I was a purple belt. It's always been legal, but like it was like a little bit controversial. So this is called the reap sweep from chair guard. Okay, just context of the situation. This is when your leg is stuffed in De La Riva, or you place it under yourself for elevation. Okay, and then we start to lock the elevation guard or chair guard, whatever you want to call this intermediary position before you go back to De La Riva. Okay, so I'll show you guys what it looks like. I rock. I bring him overhead. He closes his legs together so that I can't get De La Riva. And instead of doing the come up sweep, I'm going to place my knee behind both of his legs. And then I use my shin to drive his hips to the ground while I do like a stand-up base with this leg. So I go here, like this. Rotate. And now to finish, I underhook the far side, and then I start to knee cut to this side. See, my knee goes to the mat, and I start to finish a knee cut. Puts you in like a really, really strong passing position, okay? So, I can hide my leg on my own, start playing chair guard on my own, or he can stuff it underneath, and instead of recovering, I can do the reap sweep from here, okay? So I push into him, and as I rock to my back, I pull the collar, it deloads his leg, I start to lift his leg in the ground, off the ground, my shin is pushing him in the air, I'm gonna circle my leg all the way through, like this, and then I start to chamber behind his knee, okay? And I don't need to lock, I don't need to triangle my legs. I actually don't want to triangle my legs here because it forces him to stay on top of me, his weight on top of me, and I want to push him off and get up as quickly as I can. If I stay in this position and he starts to use his hands to push into me, this can become a nasty like passing position for him. He can start to side smash me and make my life miserable. So what I really want to do is go behind his knee so he can't base, and then I start to rock him down. I can feel my shin pushing his hips to the floor, like this. And when I stand up, I'm curling this leg under, and I'm using the grips to pull myself on top before he gets a chance to contend for top position. Okay, so I have my chair guard. He starts to come back in. I fall to my back. I'm holding him in the air with my right hand in the collar, my right shin in his hip, and then my left hand punching his legs up. Circle my leg inside, block his knee, and now I start to rock into his back, okay? I don't want to sit. I don't want to stop my momentum and sit. I want to continue all the way up until I end up in kind of like this reverse half guard position, but like with some separation. So it's not like fully like connected reverse half. It's a much better like tall reverse half where I can start to punch a near side underhook and then drop into my knee cut, okay? If he's fighting you for the underhook here, I think about just making a wall. Rotate this way, Higi. Like bring your shoulders around this way. Yep, that's good. I think about just making a wall here so he can't punch an underhook and then getting my shoulder in front of his shoulder. Okay, so I bring my shoulder in front of his shoulder, and then I'll use that pin to start to attack my knee cut, just keeping his shoulders flat, okay? One more time, all the way through. I hide my leg, sit up off of my back, I push, he pushes in, get my underhook, flat, okay? That's the reap sweep.